sleep last night, I'm late. What time will tell? Yo, said if you love me, why would you do it? I don't know myself.
I used to go to work every day, but that was before I discovered unemployment. With unemployment, you get to leave behind the grind of having a job for the small sacrifice of not making a living.
As a mother of one daughter, I am here to tell every woman that's deciding that they don't want to have kids to stay with that thought. I fully support you. I love my daughter, but I yearn and miss the days when I didn't have to worry about another human being. I miss the days on Saturday when I didn't have to wake up and feed a kid breakfast. Have you been in a school pickup line? Any mother coming online pretending that they're in pure bliss and don't miss the days when they didn't have kids and have that responsibility is a liar. Get off of this. You look dumb. Take your village and go suffer in silence.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. This whole child-free versus people with kids conversation should have been wrapped up 3 to 5 business days ago, but it's okay. We can go ahead and wrap it up now because it's doing the most and it's crossing the line, okay? We're not going to do that here. But these are the last couple of things I do have to say on the situation. Number one, it's giving women versus women again. It's giving women versus women, and y'all already know how I feel about women being our greatest covert ops, okay? Because remember that trend a couple of months ago where women came out and said they had kids and they had lost their spark, and here came a whole group of women, hijacked their trend and said, I didn't lose my spark, I'm still so beautiful, all the men still love me. It's giving women who have centered men are still upset at the women who have chosen to decenter men. Let's just call it what it is, okay? Number two, y'all need to open a dictionary and try to look at the definition of lineage versus legacy, because your argument that they don't have a legacy is crazy when half of y'all kids are on the streets being cretins, okay? Number three, for the women who have asked me why not have children, you have heard every possible argument there is out there and they are all correct, but there's one thing that y'all are missing: the perpetual state of anxiety. Don't do it.
I truly believe that the smartest women don't have any kids, so those are the only women that I care to listen to.
And you can only imagine what her other content is about. Men, getting men, right? Okay. To say that what a woman's body naturally wants to do makes a woman less smart is so, dare I say, misogynistic? Like, is that just not the weirdest thing to say? I get it. If you don't want kids, don't have kids. You know what I mean? Then one of her response videos is, I don't know why, mothers are irritated about my video. I said what I said. I can express myself and I don't want kids. Okay, girl. So just don't have kids. But arguably, a woman with kids who also have a career, who's also doing it all, has more experience than a woman that doesn't. I'd even argue that they're better at balancing things. Your intelligence is not based on having kids or not having kids. It's just based on who you are. And we can clearly see yours is at the bottom of the barrel, but, this is why a lot of those relationship gurus teach you how to get a rich man and all that stuff. I can't hear them. I can't.
Please remember, Black women, the church has a vested interest in making sure that you don't go on a self-love journey or decenter men. Remember, you guys were the ones who were paying their bills. You were the ones who were tithing. You were the ones who were dragging those men to church. So now that you are deconstructing your mind and maybe deconstructing your religious practices, because we found the Black Christian church, specifically toxic ones, are very misogynistic, or you're no longer centering men, so you're not praying to God for that man who has been stringing you along for the last 18 years of your life to finally become a better person. You don't need to go to church to pray for that. The church is losing money. If Black women decide to stop going to the Black church will not exist. They have a vested interest in reminding you that you need to keep going out, keep making babies with Black men, keep begging for some type of man, specifically a Black man, to want you, and keep realizing that you are just not good enough, but you're almost there in the eyes of God.
It always cracks me up when people literally try to convince me that I want children after I've iterated time and time again that I don't want children. And I will probably never want, not even probably, actually, let me take the probably out. I will never want children. Okay? I am the firstborn daughter of an immigrant family. My parents are from Uganda. The expectation is that I should want kids. I have 2 younger siblings. I don't ever want children. And I think the reason why is, 1, they don't fit my lifestyle. So that's 1. 2, I feel as though because I was the oldest, raising kids is something I'm very familiar with. My parents were present parents. Well, my mom was. But for me specifically, there is a level of responsibility that I had at a very young age because I had siblings now. Also, I just feel as though I don't trust the world with children. And I am very, very protective. I'm very, very, very protective of my friends, of people that I love and care about. So if I had kids, it would be like on 1,000. So really, I'm trying not to have kids, or I'm not going to have kids for the sake of y'all. Okay? Because one thing about it, if something happened to my kid, I'm ending all of this. We all finna be done. There's no coming back from that. So, next time you want to ask me if I want children and I say no, just know it's for your sake too, as much as it is for mine. Thank you.
So I'm in my kitchen cleaning up because it's Sunday, and I just randomly started thinking, there are women my age that have kids in college. In the last 12 hours, I've heard 2 women be like, yeah, because my son, he's at college. And I'm like, damn, I got 2 dogs. And there's women my age that have already sent their children out into the world. What is happening?
The world is ending. Donald Trump is motherfucking president. And you want me to spend the rest of my days taking care of some badass motherfucking kids? You want me to take my hot body and ruin it for some ungrateful ass kids? I would rather just shake my ass on a yacht. That's what a hot body can do.
So 2 of the most common comments I get when people find out that I'm child free and that I don't want kids is, well, if everybody thought like you, the human race would just die out. Or, if your mom thought the same way you did, you wouldn't be here. Now, let me explain to you guys why those are 2 of the dumbest comments that I've ever heard in my life. Okay? The first comment, if you guys haven't been paying attention, humanity is already on the brink of extinction. Like, that train has already left the building. You do know that, right? Once the train gets going, it's kind of hard to stop it. As long as we continue to live in a patriarchy, aka mostly males being in charge, aka them being the reasons why the planet and everything in it is being destroyed daily, we're doomed. I think we're probably going to be the first species to self-extinct. Think about that for a second. We're doing everything we can to extinct ourselves. So not everybody is going to think like me, but even so, like, we're doomed, okay? Just think about that for a second. Now, the second thing is, if your mother thought the same way, you wouldn't be here. And you would be having this exact same conversation with her instead of me. See how that works, right? If she thought like that, she would be telling other people this. And if we want to take it a step further, she wouldn't even be my mother, because I wouldn't exist. I would have no consciousness. I wouldn't know anything about this world. I would be in the void, not existing. On top of that, I wouldn't be able to give a damn even if I wanted to. So what is the point of all of that? I want you guys to stop and think about the dumb shit that you are about to say to child-free people before you say it. If you actually take the time to critically think, it will stop you from saying dumb things, and it will stop child-free women like me from being annoyed unnecessarily. Okay? I want you guys to just do that. And also, furthermore, comments like that really just helps to solidify why we chose not to have kids. The idea of bringing children into a world to have to deal with people like you just makes my skin crawl.
Would have hated being a mother. I would have resented my children actively. I'd have been a poor mom.
I am so glad that there are so many more women who are coming forward and having these conversations, because people used to look at me crazy when I would say stuff like this. I have known from a very, very young age that I never wanted kids. There has never been a point in my life where I have wanted to be a mom. And whenever I would tell people that I didn't want kids, they would always be like, well, you'll change your mind, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't understand. Not only do I not want kids, I know deep down inside that I would be a horrible mom. I would resent those kids. I would not like them. I just don't want kids in my life. And people would be like, but it's different when you have them. And I'm just like, what is it about kids that people just don't understand, that some people just don't want them? They just don't.